So what is this Classic Plus changes survey? Someone linked me. What is this? Thank you. We'd like to ask you what kinds of features you'd like to see in a hypothetical new version of Classic WoW. We're testing multiple concept ideas that have come from many different places, including from prior survey feedback like yours. Not all the ideas you may see are actually under consideration at this time, but your feedback on this helps, blah, blah, blah. We ask that you please keep this survey confidential so we can continue to ask players like you for feedback. Okay. Posted it to Reddit instantly. Playable shamans on the Alliance side. It's just funny how obsessed everyone is. Honestly, remove weapon skill. Weapon skill should be removed from races. Collections, a UI-based storage system for pets, mounts, and toys to free up inventory space. Sure. There's not a lot of toys. Whatever, sure. Account-wide collections. You know what? I'm actually okay with that in Classic WoW, because, like, just for Swift, Zully, and Tiger, right? Like, there's just not that much. There's really not. 1v1 dual arenas? Yes. I would love that. New player character models? No. In-game events, new events that offer different small quests and casual gameplay around the world. These would update, or these would release between large updates. I'd have to see what the events are. Pet battles? No. New class abilities and spells. Brand new abilities and or spells unique to the version of Classic. Slippery slope. We're just gonna get sod again, right? Like, I don't... Yes, but also no. Like, I wouldn't mind mages saying, have Ice Lance. Having Ice Lance is fine. But then you give them Ice Lance, and then you give them this, and you give them that. You give them Frost Bomb. You give them fucking Deep Freeze. You give them, like... It's just wrath at this point. So, limited, but sure. Honor reward design. Move honor rewards away from the original WoW model and towards a more seasonal model where new honor rewards are added to coincide with the new PvE raid tier updates. Seasonal. So basically like in TBC where you had to farm your gladiator set from like Battlegrounds, and then when tier 2 came out and then tier 3 came out, blah, blah, blah. Something like that. Sure. Rather than just getting high warlord gear. It's it. WoW tokens. That's a tough one. Adding WoW tokens to Classic WoW. In a perfect world, no one buys gold. In a perfect world, no one's buying gold. Gold is not a thing that you can get outside of WoW. But we're not in a perfect world. People buy WoW gold. They just fucking do. And then you get botters and you get all these other issues that come with it. I don't know the right choice. Only you bought gold? I wish. I wish. I wish it was one of those things where, like, if I'm on a server, how it feels, if I'm on a server and there's like 10 guilds, right? 10 guilds that are actually doing anything. Let's just trim it down and make it simple. I'm talking with like 50% of all those 10 guilds. I could like confirm how many of them are buying gold. And if they're not buying gold, they're playing with people who are buying gold. So they're benefiting off of people buying gold. It's just... it's bad. I don't know how it is now. I know they took away GDKP, so you can't really... there's not as much incentive to buy gold, but I think it's still probably prominent as fuck. So adding a WoW token, yeah, now everyone can legally buy gold, but now you don't have botters going around. I don't know the right call. That's a tough one. No matter what, you're pissing people off. Class talent adjustments. Streamlining and improving class talent trees to make weaker specializations in classes more viable. So buffing rep paladins. Buffing boomkin. No, you're right. A lot. Like, I'm okay with it, but like, I don't want there to be 30 warriors in your raid if you're playing optimally. That's not good. That's not how it should be. But I just don't want... Sod is just such a good example as to the issues that can come up. I'm okay with class talent adjustments as long as we go back to here and we make sure we don't add a ton of new spells, and then you tune what's in the game already a little bit. Add like maybe one spell each. Just a little something. And make it a new spell, not just something from Wrath of Lich King. Sure. Playable high elves. What? Are high elves... They can be on Horde and the Alliance. I don't know where high elves are in the lore in Classic WoW. I have no idea. What is this? Blizzard sent out a survey to... They said, we ask that you please keep everything in this survey confidential. But of course, someone went to Reddit and immediately posted it. So here we are reading the things that they posted about potential Classic Plus. There are high elves in the game. I know there are. I just, seeing them as playable races working with the Horde, I don't know, it's weird. Blood elves before TBC are high elves. Are they? Okay. Either way, whatever, sure. New race, I don't care. High elves are the arcane night elves, basically Queen Ashara's peeps. Sure. I just think about like race, like passives. Classic sucks in the sense that if you don't play human, you're throwing and you're going to lose a lot of DPS. But if you don't play gnome in PvP, you're also throwing on a warrior. Like orc stun resistance is just so like, you can have a race that's the best, but it shouldn't be like completely damning to play something like an undead warrior. It's just completely damning. So, and that kind of sucks. So I'd want them to do some like race balancing shit. And if you add in high elves, again, make sure the passives or whatever for high elves are kind of in line with that. Revisiting known but unexplored zones. Visiting zones that were part of Warcraft history but were never playable in original WoW. Mount Hyjal, Oldham, and Gilneas. Sure. I don't care. Player housing. Honor system. I can't fucking scroll down. Oh, here we go. Honor system redesign. A ground-up redesign of the honor system, removing the hard honor cap, making the system more evergreen and continually engaging. Sure. War mode. As an alternative to PvP servers, no. No. Either you go on a PvP server or you don't. It's one or the other. I don't like that. Brand new zones, completely new playable areas with unique lore added to Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. Sure, but I'd rather just add instance 20 player raids. Yes, I actually would love 20-man raids. 40-man raids. It's just not fun as a player. As a streamer, it's great, but as a player, it's ridiculous. Graphical improvements to lighting, shadows, and surface retention. Using modern technology to improve the lighting engine in the game for real... Sure. Okay. Yeah, do that. New trade skills. New primary and secondary professions. Sure. Depending on what they are. Using modern technology to improve the fidelity of textures used on classic art assets. Sure. As long as you're not changing the models, just make it look better, okay? New battleground. Okay? Every new battleground they've ever added has been horrible, I will say. There's very few good ones that have been like, oh yeah, I'm so excited, I got this BG. Like, people still want Warsong Gulch. and AB. The first battlegrounds in the game, and every other one after that has been like, fuck. But AV also kind of blows ass in retail. But AV's just been optimized to zero fun. New race and class combos that have never been seen in WoW. Well, are we going to get an orc druid? I feel like druid is like the most difficult one in paladin. Maybe you'll get like a gnome paladin? Yeah, gnome paladin. Gnome druid with a tiny cat form. Oh, fuck. I mean, again, this just comes back to the, I hope the racials are balanced more than they are. They don't have to be like, hey, no matter what, you're always going to get, if you're a warrior and you're PvPing, you should play gnome. But you're never going to get away from that, but it should be a little more balanced. Again, like Undead Warrior is like insanely stupid. Tauren Warrior has its moments, but overall compared to Orc, stupid. New race or new class. What? What the fuck? A new class in Classic Plus? What the fuck would you even make? You can't do a DK, Monk, Demon Hunter, Evoker? Bard? Necromancer? I feel like Necromancer is just too close to Demonology Lock and Unholy DK. You'd have to do Bard. Bard is a pretty known class. Spellbreaker? Spellbreaker is they're the classes from the elves that are immune to magic, right? Something like that. How the hell do you balance that? I feel like Bard would be sick. Oh, but you'd have to add new weapons for them and instruments. Oh, fuck. Maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't have to add in, like, they just use swords, and then they just inherently have their violin, right? Or whatever the fuck they use. Could be cool, but 10-player raids? Yeah, you need 10-player raids. Karazhan, ZG, all of, well, ZG's 20, but the smaller raids are really nice. Transmog? No. I think Transmog should stay out. Playable paladins on the Horde side. Why is paladins on the Horde side at the very fucking end? But then at the very beginning, the first one is shaman to the Alliance. Like, everyone just plays Alliance. They don't even no one plays Horde, I swear. They actually don't. Because Horde has worse racials. And Paladins are too OP. Like, human and their sword skills. Anyways, also better leveling zones. Horde looks cooler, though. Yeah, no one plays it. Like, all the, like, WoW sweats always go Alliance. Always. What is the last page? Oh, you're right. Regardless of which version of WoW is your current main version, what version of WoW do you think will become your main version in the future once Classic Missive Pandaria ends? Huh. Fuck, I wish I could see the results of this. A permanently frozen MoP Classic realm with no further updates. I do not plan to continue playing WoW after the end of MoP. Classic Warlords of Draenor if it becomes available. Wrath Classic, Retail. Look how many versions we have. This is fucking filthy. Literally, like, fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. Little crazy. People memed about this way back. Yeah, well. I mean, when I was wanting Classic, I wasn't expecting them to release Classic and then do TBC, but then also still have Classic going on, and then do Wrath, and then keep having Classic go on, and now, and TBC, and Wrath, and then like, hey guys, we got this SOD version too, and they also have Retail still going on. What else? I feel like they've got more versions. Oh yeah, hardcore WoW. We didn't expect there to be hardcore servers as well. I forgot about that. And then that Panda remix shit, whatever the fuck that was. Plunderstorm is fine. Like, that's not a complication to anything. It's still a little fun game to play. What are we gonna play as we descend? None. Classic Plus, if it releases, I might queue up TBC because Viki wants to try it. I'll play it with her. Pretty sure there's gonna be the current Classic WoW server is going into TBC at some point, right? I think Anniversary Realm. So I'll play that. Don't have a lot of interest in retail. And yeah, Classic Plus and TBC. I don't really care for anything else. 6 months away. Yeah, exactly. So there's not a lot of WoW on the horizon for me. TBC hardcore. I would love that. I've been pretty vocal about wanting a TBC hardcore, but it has to be a very, very... Classic hardcore was great because the game is perfect for hardcore. TBC has to be adjusted in a lot of different ways to make it hardcore viable. It's too punishing. Dying in TBC, like a lot of stuff that kills you, and then you have to re-level all the way up. There should be some type of checkpoint or something. And some mechanics have to get changed. Like Terran Gorfine literally has a mechanic where he sacrifices someone in the raid. Like, the mechanic is someone dies. That is the mechanic. And you just have to hope it's not your main tank or your healer, right? And if it is, oh, that sucks. Let's run back and try again. Imagine that in hardcore WoW. It doesn't work.